What's up everyone, this is Erica with Hookinyouup. Welcome back to another tutorial. This is part of my 5-day series where I have released a tutorial on a super cute turtle plushie every day of this week. So today we're going to be doing this cactus pot turtle, and yeah, let's go ahead and get started. So I do want to mention I'm going to be using bulky 5 and bulky 6 yarn. That is only because that's what I have on hand, and I literally, my Michaels in within 30 miles of me, they're all out of the yarn that I need. So I'm going to be using bulky 6 Lion Brand yarn in the color orange. You can make your pot whatever color. I'm going to be doing orange. I'm going to be trying this Loop and Threads Fluffy Flex bulky 5. This is going to be for my turtle base because they didn't have any regular green, and I thought it was super cute and it was on sale for $5. I'm going to be using some respun bulky, it's either bulky 5 or bulky 6 in the color brown, and then I have some white for the specs. I'm going to be using some leftover bulky 5. I believe this is Loop and Threads as well, for the cactus. And then I have pink. You can use any color you'd like. I actually might, we'll see when I get to the end because I'll do the flower last. This will be for the flower. I might do yellow, who knows. We'll see how it turns out. You're going to need some safety eyes. All mine are literally mixed up. It's just irrational, so just use whatever size you'd like. If I can figure out where my measure is, I'll try to measure and put on the screen the exact ones that I have. You can use a stitch marker if you need it. I have both my tapestry needles. You're going to need this. And then I'm going to be using a size 6.5 millimeter hook for majority of the project. And then I'm going to be using a 5.75 millimeter hook for the flower. So let's go ahead and get started. Oh, just one more thing. So you can use a mixture of bulky 5, bulky 6. Doesn't matter. Your turtle's gonna end up being the same. The sizing may be a little off, but this is all I have to work with to get this tutorial going. So you can use all bulky 5 if you want, or all bulky 6 yarn. Either way, keep your 6.5 millimeter hook, and don't forget your polyfill. You'll need that as well. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so you're going to be starting with your flower pot color. Mine is orange. And you're going to start by making a magic ring. Okay, once you've made a magic ring, you're going to make 12 half double crochet in the center space. One, two, three, 4, 5, 'Once you have 12, you're going to go ahead and slip stitch on the top of that first double crochet in the round to close the circle. Then you're going to chain 2. You're going to make a double crochet in that same chain 2 space. Okay, now we're going to do 2 double crochet in each stitch. For a total of 24. 2 in the next. Once you've made your 24, you're going to slip stitch on the top of that first double crochet to close the round. So this is going to be the inside, this is going to be the the bottom. Okay, you're going to chain 1. Now we're going to be working half double crochets in this inside loop. So instead of going through both loops on the top of each double crochet, we're just going through that back loop, making sure you're pulling your tension. You don't want to pull it super tight, but you want to pull it pretty tight so that it starts to curve like a bowl. So you're going to do that inside, make a half double crochet in each inside loop of each double crochet in the round. It should start to curve like a bowl. Once you made it back to the other side, it should look like this. And we're going to slip stitch on the top of that first half double crochet to close the round. Chain 1, make a half double crochet in that same chain 1 space, and you're going to make a half double crochet in each half double crochet space in the round. Okay, so it should have a flat bottom and then 2 rows of half double crochet, and it should look like a bowl. Again, we're going to slip stitch on the top of that first half double crochet in the round, chain 1, and we're going to repeat this doing 3 more rows. Okay, so it should look like a basket now, flat bottom and a basket. Okay, now we're going to chain 2. We're going to make a double crochet in that same chain 2 space. We're going to make a double crochet in the next space, double crochet in the next space. So we have 1, 2, 3. And then we're going to do 2 double crochet in the next space. And repeat that. 1 double crochet in the next space, 1 double crochet in the next space, 1 double crochet in the next space, 2 double crochet in the next space. One double crochet in the next space, 1 double crochet in the next space, 1 double crochet in the next space, 2 double crochet in the next space. And continue that in the round. Okay, you should end with 2 double crochet in the last stitch. You're going to slip stitch on the top of that first double crochet to end the round. And then we're going to go ahead and cut. Let's cut a good size tail. Okay, we're going to pull it through. We're going to attach our tapestry needle. And then right where that last row is, we're going to fold it over, just like that. And we're going to weave in and out of each double crochet space. And we're going to be weaving right on row 1, 2, 3, 4, right under row 4, okay? Or right, if you're counting from the bottom up, it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, okay? So we're going to be weaving right under row 4. in and out of the top of each double crochet. So we're going to insert from the top through the inside. Just like that. Okay, you can end with it inside. Just double knot it inside. Take it off your needle. You don't even have to cut it, you can just leave it in. Let's go ahead and do the dirt, and we're going to start by making a magic ring with our brown. And let's do 12 double crochet in the center space. 1, 2. Once you've made 12, you're going to slip stitch on the top of that first double crochet to close the magic ring. Chain 2, make a double crochet in that same chain 2 space. And then you're going to make 2 double crochet in each double crochet space in the round. So you should have 24 total. Okay, once you've made 24, you're going to slip stitch on the top of that first double crochet to close the round. And then you're gonna cut off a good sized tail. Pull through. And I didn't mention this when I was making the flower pot, but make sure that you tie the inside or the center of your magic ring for each one. Pretty much anytime we're going to be making magic ring for a majority of this tutorial. So just make sure that you're double knotting the inside or weaving in the end. That way it doesn't come undone and the center stays closed. Okay? So now we're just gonna put this to the side, and we're going to bring in whatever shade of green you have for the cactus. Okay, so I'm going to be making a magic ring. We're going to be making 12 single crochet in the center space. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Once you have 12, you're going to slip stitch on the top of that first single crochet to close the round. Chain 1. You're going to make a half double crochet in that same chain 1 space. Half double crochet in the next space. Half double crochet in the next space. Half double crochet in the next space, and 1 half double crochet in each space in the round. Okay, and in that last space, okay, then we're gonna slip stitch on the top of the first half double crochet in the round, chain 1, and now you're going to do half double crochet in that same chain 1 space. And we're gonna make a half double crochet in each space in the round, pulling your tension so that it starts to curve. You don't wanna pull it super tight if you're using this yarn, because this yarn is, oh my gosh, it breaks easily. But make sure your tension is strong so that it starts to curve like a bowl. Make sure to slip stitch at the end of each round, chain 1, make a half double crochet in that chain 1 space, and then make a half double crochet in each space in the round. So go ahead and do that for a total of 10 rows, counting the magic ring. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, and then go ahead and stuff. You can stuff as you go, but go ahead and stuff your cactus with polyfill. Then we'll go ahead and cut off a small tail. We're gonna go ahead and cut a separate tail from the brown yarn and attach our tapestry needle. And if you're using plus yarn, just make sure you're careful because this yarn breaks easily. That's why I'm using this brown, because it's a lot more sturdy. But I'm gonna go ahead, tie it. Okay. And then I'm gonna go ahead and weave in my cactus. This will be my top part. This will be the part with the tail, will be the inside. And I'm gonna go ahead and weave it in, not this crease right here, but just between the bottom of each double crochet, just like that. Okay, then go through the top. Okay, so it should look like this, nice and even. And then I'm going to try to end on the inside so I can just tie that loose end, or the working tail, and then attach it to this tail of the dirt. Okay, so what I like to do is just weave in and out. We're going to be going right here. I'm not sure what row that is. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4. So right at the top of row 4, we're going to be going through, in and out of these right here, just like this. Okay? And I like to go halfway before I start putting my fluff in. Otherwise, it just makes a big mess, so. Okay, so I'm just gonna pull it like that. And just pull as you go, pull your tension. Okay, and keep working your way around. So far we have this side together, and just keep working your way around. I'd say when you get halfway, then stuff it with polyfill. Okay, once I have it all sewn up, I'm going to double knot it. Knot it once, knot it twice, whatever works for you. I'll knot it once and then I'll just weave in the extra. And then cut it off. So this is what it's looking like. Okay, so now I'm using Red Heart yarn, and I'm just cutting a bunch of little pieces of white, and then I just attach them, double knot them all around wherever I want, and then you can just trim them.